Hello and welcome to Board Game TV. It's Adventure Monday and we're playing the Walking Dead No Sanctuary. Okay, we're on the last mission of Season 1 of the show. We're on Knock Knock. And this is the CDC mission. So if you remember the show, at the end of Season 1, they made their way to Atlanta and they went to the CDC. And that Dr. Jenner guy let him in and told him the little thing about the virus. Boy, the show feels so different from that now. But let's look at the story here. It says, after barely surviving the attack on their camp, Rick convinces the group to make a break for the CDC. Piling into their vehicles, they make their way towards the CDC. Unfortunately, the group's spirits are broken when they find the CDC gate shut with no signs of life inside. And if that weren't bad enough, walkers have started to take notice of their presence. Okay, so we got Rick, we have Daryl, Shane, and Andrea. And we're going to flip Shane here. Ready? And we are starting here. Okay? So as you can see, we have walkers all over the board here. We have some search cards here. And we have a couple barricade spots. We have barricades here, here, and here. And this is important. And then this is Tile D with Trust. And this is the Dr. Jenner guy, and he's on top of the objective cards. The thing doesn't say where to actually put the objective cards on the tile, so I just guessed there. And here's a reference thing, so there it is, a watcher thing. So instead of another action, you can do that action. So we have some special rules. It says survivors and walkers cannot move onto tile D. This is tile D. So, no walkers, no survivors on that tile, while search cards remain on it. That is these things. The players do not lose if morale is at 0. Well, that's because it told us to put the morale at 0, so the morale is at 0, and I guess it will stay at 0. Each time one trust is discarded from the map, the group raises morale by 1. Okay. This thing said to place morale at 0. Okay, and we have D1 through 9 map cards, and we set it next to tile D. There's a lot of just rules in this one again, and some are a little not clear, but okay. Find a way in. While this card is face up, any survivor anytime may discard one focus to discard one barricade from his or her space. Okay, and so we have objective A, objective B, and objective C. So I guess when we get rid of the 3 barricades on the board, which we need a focus to do so, we can get rid of an objective card. Okay, so let's do that. And of course we have some gas mask walkers. And there we go. So we've got everything set. Let's go ahead and get started. We have a barricade here, but like I said, we need a focus to discard the barricade. And we can do some searching too. I'm sure that'll help. But we got to get rid of these barricades. So, first things first, we have to do the planning phase. Let's draw the 2 event cards and see what we get. We have lighten the load and rally. Each survivor must either discard 1 trust or suffer 1 cess. Each survivor must either discard 1 material from the group sheet or exert 1. We don't have any material. Okay, so we'll discard this one. So each survivor must either discard 1 trust or suffer 1 stress. So we'll go ahead and everybody will discard a trust. Okay, so we're going to do lighten the load. And during activation, a survivor in a building may exert 1 to gain 1 trust and 1 material. Okay. Alright. So, alright. So let's see. It's Rick. Well, Rick is going to comply because we have a green here, a born leader. So we're going to comply. We're going to play Born Leader. See, each survivor within range 2 gains 1 of your survivor tokens. Choose one of their survivor in range 2, discard. Gain 1 trust. I don't want to gain trust. I need to gain some freaking... Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have Rick, honestly. And we're going to start with him. And we're going to do for our maneuver... Ow, excuse me. We're going to move 2 spaces. And I'm going to have him go ahead and go 1, 2, and he's going to search. Okay? And we're going to have him try to search. And that way, a survivor in a building, he's in a building, may exert 1. Okay, so I'm going to exert 1. So let's exert 1 for Rick. There we go. And that means he did this. So we've already got somebody, and I can gain 1 trust and 1 material, and I'll gain an ammo. Okay, so we've done that. Now I think Rick is just going to go ahead and try to search. Draw 1 search card from his building, so he can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and draw the top one and see what it is. Ammunition. Alright, so we're going to discard this card to gain an ammo token. So we gain another ammo token. Okay. And then I want to roll the die, and I get to roll 3. Okay, well, alright. Well, I did get success 1, so I can draw 1 search card. We'll draw another search card. And this is a shovel. Okay. It's a maneuver. And I got 2 focus. So I'm going to go ahead and gain those. And that way next turn I can do him to do that. Now, alright. So it's Daryl's, and I think I'm going to have Daryl comply. And so he's doing the green. Hunt. If you are outside, gain 1 food. If you are inside, draw 1 search card. Defeat 1 enemy in your space. Choose 1 survivor on your tile to gain 1 trust. Okay, so I think we'll do that. The question is, do I want to move? Well, I'll move him back 1. And I think we'll do that. And then I'll let him hunt. So he's going to gain 1 food. So let's gain a food. And then we'll roll. He gets 2 dice. Alright, well, he blew that. He has to exert. And he gains a focus. Eek. That's not not the greatest card. Okay, while this card is face up, and it is, now it doesn't say we have to do it at a certain point of turn doesn't cost any action. It says, while this card is face up, any survivor at any time may discard 1 focus to discard 1 barricade from his space. So Daryl's gonna discard that focus. He's going to discard this barricade. So that's 1 barricade discarded. Alright. Okay. And that's Daryl's turn. So we now have Shane's turn. And I think Shane will comply as well. He's got green shotgun. And I don't know, maybe I can get him... I don't know. See, you may raise threat by 1 to knock down all enemies in a space within range 2. Defeat 1 enemy in target space. Change the group approach your choice of your choosing. Okay, so we're going to move 1, 2. He's going to move into the space with this walker, and we have another barricade there. And I think he will comply his shotgun thing. And he's going to raise the threat by 1, and we can knock down this enemy. God. Well, that was horrible. Look at that. 3 exert. So I'm going to have to exert. I didn't get anything I needed on that. That was horrible. Whew. Okay. So it's Andrea's turn. She can provide cover. That's her green. Choose 1 other survivor in line of sight to knock down each walker. Choose 1 survivor to move 1 space. Knock down 1 enemy in line of sight. Okay, I'm moving Andrea. We're going to move her 1, 2. She will comply, so that's fine with her. She's going to get 2 dice. Now, she can choose 1 other survivor in line of sight to knock down each walker in hers or her space. There's nobody like that, so that's not going to help, but let's roll. Okay, well, she has to exert 1, but she does get 1 success. Now, I'm telling you, these damn dice, man, they're terrible. So she can choose 1 survivor to move 1 space or knock down 1 enemy in her line of sight. And we're going to knock down this enemy right here. So these guys are knocked down, so we kind of are going to be alright for them that turn. And that is going to be it for that turn. We've done that. Good thing we got some food. And we did 1 barricade. Although Rick is going to have a little problem here, but we've done our stuff. So we've done our stuff. Okay, so we've done all this. Event phase. Revolve special rule in play. Okay, survivors or walkers, blah blah blah. Bit like this car. Okay, check the doors. Raise threat by X, where X is the current morale. Okay, so we don't have to raise it. If there's not 3, there trust on tile D there is, and if no barricades remain, all right, we're done. All right, so all right, now we have complied with this, so we're good. Okay. All right. Each ready walker activates. Okay, so they move. Let's do a map tile. They're gonna go east-west, so he comes. They go. They actually will go this way, and he'll go this way. Okay. Okay. And Rick's going to have to. Then, well, what we're going to have to do is Rick is going to have to exert to knock this guy down. And so Rick has to lose another card. It's fine. And then we will stand these guys up. Okay. If there's not 3. Okay, now we do this. Now, all right. So we have to do a threat. We did have to raise a threat 1. We're going to have to put a zombie on A2. So another one's going here. Okay, and that's it. So next turn, we have taking inventory. Wrestling. Each survivor suffers 1 stress for each resource pool with no resources. Place 1 walker in your space. Hmm. But I don't like either of these. Honestly, I don't. So we don't have any materials. So I think we will neglect this one. And we're going to put a walker in Rick's space. So taking inventory is the red one. That will be our thing. After performing a search actor, a survivor may gain 1 trust. Okay. Alright. What do I do with Rick? That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Okay. Okay, I think what I want to do is for his maneuver, I'm going to use an ammo token. And I'm going to raise threat by 1 to do it. I'm going to kill this guy with my gun. And then I'm going to try to search. Okay. So let's draw 1 search card from a building, from your space. So we do that and we find box of ammunition, gain 3 ammunition tokens. Okay. How the hell did all that ammo get over there? Okay, well that's kind of got a little mixed up, but we gained our 3 ammunition tokens. Okay. So, and then we have to roll the die. And he's doing a interact, so he gets 3. Okay, I got 2 successes. I have a exert, so I have to exert. So I'm going to exert. But I can gain 1 resource of your choice. So I'm going to gain material and I'm going to gain another food. And that's where he's at. Okay, it's Daryl's turn. Daryl is right there. His red is reduce threat by 1 and choose 1 survivor outside to gain 1 focus. Which is probably what I want her to do, what him to do. Okay, so I am going to do him. We're going to move him 1, 2. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that. He's going to take some food and eat. And that way he heals. Then he's going to do his stalk, reduce threat by 1. So we will reduce the threat by 1. And choose 1 survivor outside to gain 1 focus. I'm going to choose Andrea to gain a focus. Okay. Then we're going to do, he gets 1 die. Okay, he got a check mark. So I can choose 1 side to defeat 1 enemy in his or her space, gain 1 trust, and choose 1 survivor outside to gain 1 focus. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Daryl's going to gain the trust, and I'm going to gain Shane the focus. Okay, so it's Shane's turn, and for his maneuver, I'm going to eat with the ammo with that. We're gonna heal. Okay. And now he has choose one survivor. Okay. He will comply, even though I don't like that comply thing. However, at any time we can discard a focus. He's going to, and we will remove this barricade from there. Okay. And he only rolls one die. And he's going to gain a focus. And you know what? I complied with that. So that's fine. Okay. Okay. And that's the end of his turn. So now it's Andrea's turn, and she has survey. If you're in a building, choose one space in line of sight, gain one focus for each enemy in that space. She is not. Okay. What I'm going to do with her is we are going to use, oh man, she's going to get trapped. You may raise threat, defeat one enemy in range 2, knock down. Okay, well, you know what? For her maneuver, she will use an ammo, and we're going to raise threat by 1, and we're going to kill this walker. That's her maneuver. Then she will actually, wow, we are screwed a lot. Because I didn't do anything with Shane. Okay. I'm going to take Shane's turn back. And he's getting rid of his focus that he had got. Because remember, he had one and we discarded the thing. I'm going to not comply, actually. I'm going to use shotgun. And I need to use shotgun. And I'm not going to comply. So I'm going to cause Rick a stress. Okay? And what I'm going to do is, you may raise threat by 1 to knock down all enemies within space of range 2. So I'm knocking all these guys down. Okay. Now it's Andrea's turn. Let's see. And Andrea is not going to comply either. And we're going to cause Rick another stress. I know it's crazy, but we have to do this. So Rick is now 2 stress. And we're going to try to do natural shot. You may raise threat by 1 to defeat one enemy within range 2. So we're going to raise threat by 1. We're going to defeat one enemy here. And we are going to actually roll the die and see if we can't knock down another one or kill this one. Okay, that's fine. We got 1 success and 1 exert. So we have to exert, and we will. However, we do kill this one right here. Okay, so that's where we're at. And Andrea, I got to start watching with her because she's hurt. But these guys are knocked down. So that's helpful. As long as we don't have zombies spawn up in our space, we're good. Okay, now. Okay, so that is it. That's where we're at. So we did complete this. So let's go ahead. We complied. So we're good on that. Now let's activate our walkers, and they're going to move south. So they go here. He's in the building, so blah. Okay, they're going to go here, here, here. They're not doing anything, and he's going here. Okay, so now let's stand all these guys up. Okay, so now we're back to where we are at. We don't have to race threat any because of the current morale. There are 3 trust tokens on tile D. So we're okay on that point, but we do have to put some walkers down. So I'm going to have to put a gas mask walker here. We have to put another regular walker here. We got to put one where Rick is at. It's terrible. Okay. So that's it. So let's do a new turn. Each survivor must discard 1 food or suffer 1 stress. Okay, I'm going to neglect this. Each survivor in a space with at least 1 walker must discard 1 focus or exert 1. Well, Rick can discard a focus, so we're good. So we're going to do Hunger Pains. During activation, a survivor in a building with search cards may discard 1 focus to heal 1. Okay, well, yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but okay, so let's go with Rick. Let's see, do we have a green? Well, Rick doesn't have a green. I cannot comply with that. So Rick is stressed out. Man, Rick is screwed up. So let's see what I can do. I think I'm going to play Handgun Training Rick. You may raise threat by 1 to defeat enemy in 1 space, so we're going to kill this one. Alright, and let's see. Well, hold on, yeah, I'm kind of taking it out of order. I want to do my maneuver, which is spin an ammo and get rid of this guy. So those two are gone. Okay. And then I will roll 1 die, but I got to roll 3 stress. Eesh. Well, I got a little lucky. So you and each survivor or at least 1 enemy in her space must suffer 1 stress. Well, that's not going to happen because there's nothing like that. So we kind of lucked out. And I can change this to a success. Defeat 1 enemy within range 2. So we're going to defeat this one right here. Alright, so we've kind of made it a little bit easier. And now it's Daryl's turn. And what am I going to do with Daryl? I want to get some food because I want Andrea to be able to heal. We're trying to do green. Alright. Let's do. I want to move Daryl 1 there. And I want to hunt, and we're going to gain a food. And let's see here. We're going to get 2. Okay, well that's terrible. I have to exert 1. And then it says, I did get 1. Choose 1 survivor in your tile to gain 1 trust. I guess that'll be Daryl. Okay, so it's Shane's turn. His green is shotgun. And again, what I may do with him is he will comply. So we can raise threat by 1 to knock down all enemies in 1 space. He's doing that. So, boom, he knocked them all down. And he's get 3 dice. And let's see what he rolls. Okay, well, exert, focus, and a check. Alright, so focus. He's got to exert. Got to take 1 damage. Gains a focus token. But he did succeed on 1, and we can defeat one of these guys. And that's the end of his turn. Now, Andrea, for her maneuver, will go 1, 2. She will discard her focus token and get rid of this barricade. So that is all the barricades. And let's see here. What can we do? Choose 1 other survivor in line of sight to knock down each walker in his or her space. And then choose 1 survivor to move 1 space, ignoring enemies. Knock down 1 enemy in line of sight. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So, I think we're going to try that. Well, actually, yeah, that's right. Okay, I got 2 check marks. So I can do both those. Alright, so I will knock down this guy. And, what is our next? Okay. What do I want him to do? Okay. I guess I'll have him move 1 space. Okay. And that's the end of the turn. Now, we did not complete this. And we can't resolve it because not everybody has a trust. But morale is already at 0, so we don't have to worry about that. So there we go. Now, alright. While this card, we've got rid of objective A. We did the 3 barricades. Okay? So we're done with that. While this card is face up, any survivor at any time may exert 1 to raise morale by 1. And what we have to do is, while each survivor in a space with a walker may raise morale by a number equal to the number of walkers' space. If there are not 3 trusts on tile D, draw a card from CDC. Okay. If morale is maxed out, discard. So we got to max out. We got to get morale all the way up to 10. Sorry, should be down here. We got to get morale all the way up to 10. Is what we're gonna have to end up doing. But first, let's go ahead and raise some threat. We're gonna have to spawn some walkers here. So let's see what we're gonna have. Gotta move up. This one's gonna go here. He's gonna go here. They're gonna go here. He's going to go here, and that's it. Then we can stand these guys up. Okay. So that's fine. And then let's add some threats here. We're going to have gas mask walker here. We're going to have regular walker here. And another walker here. Okay, so, I could, in theory, I could raise morale by 8 right off the bat. And I could exert 2 with, what's his name? Alright, so I may do that. First things first, I'm going to draw a card for Rick. See what we're going to do here. Each survivor suffers one stress if there's a walker within. Yes, there is. Each survivor in a building with no search card suffers one stress. Okay, I think we're going to neglect that one. Rick is maxed out, so we're not going to worry about that. And then it says, after defeating a walker, a survivor within range to you may gain one trust. Okay, that's actually not that bad. So I think with Rick, we will comply. We have a Born Leader, so let's play that. Now, each survivor in a space with a walker may raise morale. So what I may do, actually, is I think I might can do this to where it'll be okay. I'm moving Rick here. I know it sounds crazy, but now I will raise, alright, morale by 4. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so is that 4? And that's Rick's maneuver. And now Rick will get to go. I can attack. So let's try that. We're going to do actions to attack. He's going to get 2 dice, but he is stressed. I do have a focus token, so. Okay, well, these turned out to be pretty good. We got to raise threat by 1, and I have to exert 1. It's fine. And I did get 1 success. So, knock down 1 enemy in your space. So I will knock down this guy right here. So I've knocked down 1 enemy in the space, and there we go. After defeating a walker, well, no, that is not defeating him, that is knocking him down. So that walker is still alive. Now it's Daryl's turn, and I'm moving Daryl 2. Okay, now Daryl may do stalk. I may not comply, which would cause old boy stress, but it's not gonna. It's not really. Morale would go back down by 1. I gotta help Rick. Okay, I'm not going to comply again. So we're going to knock morale down by 1 because we're not going to be able to resolve that group tension because we don't have trust. But I'm going to have to, and I can try to do precise shot. No. I think I'll just do stalk. Because I can have somebody defeat a walker. Rick defeat a walker. Okay. So I got, man, which one? Defeat 1 enemy. See, I don't have anyone in my space. But if I do this one, reduce and choose 1 cyber outside to gain 1 focus. Okay. Who doesn't have focus? All right. I will reduce threat again by 1. We're gonna do that. And Andrea will gain the focus. She doesn't have 1. And with my 1 success, choose 1 survivor, discard 1 focus to defeat an enemy in his or her space. Well, Rick's going to discard a focus, and we're going to defeat this guy right here. Okay, now we have done this. So let's put Rick's thing there. We've done that. Okay, so we only have 3 enemies there. That's not good. Okay, so it's Shane's turn. Now, it says... Okay, now Shane, for his activation, I'm going to move him 1, 2. He will comply. We're going to do shotgun. He's going to raise threat by 1, and he's going to knock down all enemies in his space, which is 4. So we're going to raise 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at 7. Okay. So we've done that. So they're not. This guy's knocked down. Now see, I can roll a die and see what I want to do. He 3 died. Okay. I can turn this to success. I do have to exert. So. Okay. Shane's starting to hurt, but I get rid of the focus. And there we go. So, defeat 1 enemy in the target space. So, we're going to kill this guy right here. Okay. That's the end of his turn. Now I have Andrea. Choose 1 survivor. Knock down 1 enemy in line of sight. Okay. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing natural shot with her. Well, first of all, her maneuver is going to be she's going to eat the food, and she's going to heal 2. Okay, so that's her maneuver. And now she has. What do we want to do? I probably want to kill some people here or kill him. I think she will not comply. So we're going to have to raise morale down again by 1. But she does, you may raise threat by 1 to defeat 1 enemy within range 2. So we're going to raise threat by 1. We're going to defeat this guy right here. He's dead. Okay. And then she's going to roll. Alright, well, we can change one of these focus into a success. And she keeps that. And this is defeat 1 enemy within range 2. And we will defeat one of these guys right here. So, okay. Now this is not helping because there are walkers on our tile. So everybody's got walkers on the tile. Each survivor in space may if morale is maxed out. And there's not 3 trusts on tile D. Okay, so at any time, any survivor may exert 1 to raise morale by 1. So Andrea is actually going to exert 1 to raise morale, and it's going back up to 7. I think Rick, I know it's a little risky, but he's going to exert 1, and we're going to raise morale to 8. Daryl is going to exert 1, and we're going to raise morale to 9. So we're at 9. All we need is 1 more morale raise, and we're good. However, Rick is going to get hit. He's going to get hit with that. They're coming over here, or they're going to see Daryl. I don't know which one. We're going to go based on the map tile. But this guy, same here, and so we got to maybe have some problems. Actually, hold on. Andrea will exert 1 more. She's the safest. And we will move morale to 10. Therefore, if morale's maxed out, discard objective B. When this card is revealed, flip Dr. Jenner reference card. And he has, during his or her activation, a survivor may discard 1 trust to move Dr. Jenner up to 2 spaces and defeat 1 walker in Jenner's line of sight. Okay? And let's see. I do have a couple of things which I can do. So I think I will do that. Okay. Um, what I'm going to do is I have 3 trust. And it doesn't say that I have to do this. It says during her activation, a survivor may discard 1 trust. Okay. Well, it's nobody's activation yet. It's actually Andrea's activation still. I haven't finished with her. She doesn't have any trust though. So yeah, okay. But what he can do is he can move and pop these things. Okay, now it's going to be the Walker activation. And now we're going to flip the card and see where we're going to go. We're going to go north, south. Now they're not going to move, so they're just going to get knocked down. And Rick is going to have to exert. And we will. Now he's dangerously low on cards. Okay. Now, this guy's moving, well, they're moving towards Daryl. They see Daryl. This guy, of course, is moving here towards her. And Shane will get hit there. Well, actually, so I never paid attention to that. Let's move morale back down to 9. And let's say Shane didn't exert. So Shane would have to knock this guy down. And now he has to exert. Okay, so now he's there. And we haven't completed objective B yet, but we're fixing to. Because it's automatically each survivor in space, Walker away raise. So if we start at the start of Rick's turn, we're automatically going to get to go to our next morale. Because he's in a space with walkers. He's in a space with walkers. It's automatically. But we do have a threat we have to do. So let's do a threat. And it's 1. The one's going here. And another one is going here. Okay, so that's where we're at. So we're going to have the next turn. Now let's go ahead and draw a card for Rick. And let's see what we have here. Stay alert. Alright, each survivor is outside must either discard 1 trust or raise threat by 1. I don't want to do that. Each survivor must either discard 1 material from the group sheet or exert 1. Okay. God, that's terrible. Okay, Rick's and him are going to raise. We're gonna neglect this one. We're gonna do some trust, and we have to raise the threat by 1. It's not gonna matter. And we have to raise the threat by 1 and 1 because they couldn't exert any. These two couldn't. So, during activation, survivor in a building may exert 1 to gain 1 trust and 1 material. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. So there we go. Rick can't comply with that. We have handgun training. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna comply with that. Okay. So let me think what I want to do. Okay, I may move Rick here. And he will exert 1. Ugh. But he will gain 1 trust and 1 material. That's going to be a food. And we have completed this already. Okay. I will his activation. He's going to discard 1 trust, and he's going to have Dr. Jenner move 2 spaces. Okay, and he's going to kill Anybody, one walker in Jenner's line of sight. So it's actually anywhere he wants. So he was here. I can move him 1, 2. He can't get line of sight from there. So let's move him here. He's going to kill that one. Alright, it's Daryl's turn. Daryl's yellow, and he can do precise shot. Oh, that's right. Alright, so before we do that, I forgot. Morale is going to go up. We did this. Alright, place all figures in the Walker Reserve, each in a different random space. Jesus Christ, so I have to do this. Okay, so... What? So I have to put all them on a random space. Okay. That'll be C. So I have to put all figures in the reserve, which are all them, on a random space. If all survivors are on tile D and no walkers are on tile D, advance the objective. For fuck's sake. Actually, we wouldn't do that yet. That's right, because it happens at the end of the turn. Alright, so now we raise morale by however, because Rick started in that space. And then we did Rick's turn. Let's put him back. Let's give him back his trust. Okay, and that's it for Rick. Daryl's going to go, and I think what I'm going to do with Daryl is I'm going to move him 1, 2, and he will do precise shot. He will defeat one enemy, and then he can roll 3 dice. Okay, well, he's going to gain a couple focus tokens, but he was successful once, and he will defeat... Well, I can't defeat any more. There's no enemy in my space, and I can't cancel one result, so defeat that, but I do get a couple focus tokens, so it's fine. Okay. Shane is going to move. He has provider. Well, I got to move him out, so we're going to move him 1, 2, and I can just do an attack. Or I can do an assist. And I think I'll do the assist because that way he gains a trust. So he's going to gain a trust. And he gets 1 die. Alright, he gains a focus token. Okay. Now it's Andrea's turn. And I think Andrea, what do I want to do? First, her maneuver is going to be to eat. She's going to use the food and heal. Okay? So there's that. And then her yellow is natural shot. She may raise threat by 1 to defeat one enemy within range 2. So we're going to do that. So actually let's move it there. We're going to defeat this guy. And then we have 2 more dice. Alright, well, she can turn that focus into a success, which she will. But she has to exert 1. Let's see, defeat one enemy within range 2. And she's going to defeat this guy right here. Okay, so this is where we're at. Now, the end of the turn, we would do this because we had morale raised and such. So, we know this is done. We've complied with that. Okay, now we flip Dr. Jenner's card. And what we're going to have to do, after the Walker thing, we're going to have to do this. So let's go ahead and move. Let's see where we're going to move some survivors. East, west. So they're going to move. This one's going to move. This one's going to move. He'll stand. They will stand. Okay. Now I'm going to, off camera, I'm going to put all the rest of these idiots on the board in a random space and just see what the hell happens. It's crazy. Look at that's all those zombies. So that's what we have to do. Okay, I think I got extremely lucky for the zombie placement, because the only person who had a walker appear in their space was Andrea. That's it. So she gets a stress. Now, none of them appeared on D because the game doesn't say to put the D's back into the other ones. So, because you can still gain trust, I assume. I don't know. The rules, like I said, the rules are kind of weird. But even if I didn't, I mean, I could have, I don't know. I kept these separate. That's what I still did. And it wouldn't make sense for them to appear where there's barricaded at anyway. So, there we go. So, the only one who has to worry about a walker space is Andrea. However, remember, the win condition happens at the end of the round. So, it's going to be after the walkers activate. So, the win condition is if all survivors are on tile D and no walkers are on tile D, advance the objective. So, I got to make sure none of these inline ones are on tile D. So, what do I do? I will. Well, let's first things first. Let's draw 2 cards. Alright, each survivor, if there's at least one walker within range, each survivor in a space with no other survivors must discard 1 trust. God, that hurts. Okay, well, we're going to neglect this one. Everybody's going to suffer stress. So I guess morale will go down, but it doesn't matter now. So everybody's going to suffer stress. So now we have that. Alright, so last stand. During activation, survivor may discard 1 focus to heal X. X is the number of survivors in his or her space. Okay. Alright, let's go card for Rick. And Rick cannot comply. He doesn't have a green card. However, may defeat one enemy within range 1, and a survivor in your space may move 1 space. It's covering fire. Okay, we're gonna play handgun training with Rick. Now, for his maneuver, I'm going to move him. 1, he's going to have to exert and take a wound. It's fine. And 2, so he's there. Now, what I will do is I will play handgun training. I'm going to raise threat by 1. And we're going to defeat this one right here. So we know she won't move in at the end of the turn. Okay? Also, I will discard 1 trust to move Jenner 2 spaces. I can do this at my activation, and he will kill this guy. He's in line of sight. So Jenner killed that guy. Okay. Alright, now let's see what I want to do. I can take this one out if I can get some successes. And the stress is not going to bother me. So let's do that. I get 3 die. Okay, so I have to exert 1. Leaves me with 1 card left. I gain a focus. I did get one success. So I will kill this one. Okay. So that's the end of his turn. Now it's going to be Daryl's turn. And I'm going to move Daryl 1, 2. Alright, he's here. Okay. Now, I will spend his trust. And he will move Jenner 1, 2 spaces. And Jenner will kill one of these guys right here. Okay. Well, actually, before I do that, he's not gonna move. He's gonna do his movement action last. He's gonna do his thing first. I'm gonna defeat one enemy within range 3, and I'm gonna defeat this guy. So I'm gonna use precise shots, and that's it. And then we're gonna move him there. Okay. So now it's Shane's turn, and Shane will spend his trust. Jenner will kill this guy. And let's see here. She has green. Oh, that's right. Well, crap. I didn't comply with Daryl. Okay, well, I didn't comply with Daryl, so we're going to lower morale. That's the thing about this game. Morale doesn't matter. And you know what? I'm not going to comply with Shane either. So we're going to move morale again. And I think we're going to raise threat by 1 to knock down all enemies in 1 space. And then I'm not even going to bother rolling the die. And I'm just moving him here. Okay. Andrea, she has 2 stress. I think we will not comply. So morale goes down again. She may raise threat by 1 to defeat 1 enemy within range 2. We're going to kill this guy. We're going to raise threat by 1. And then she will move here. Okay, so all survivors are on tile D. And now let's do a walker activation now. Who has a focus? Oh, okay, that's right. I could comply with that. I forgot to do that, but with Daryl we can do that. And he will discard 1 focus and heal 1 wound. So we've complied with that. Daryl did that. Okay. And that's fine. So now let's do our walker activation. And I guess they're all going towards tile D. So boom, 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 boom. North and south, so he'll go north and south. South, 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 south. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we have completed all objectives and we've won the game. Now, we did this, and let's go ahead and just be succinct, and we're gonna do threat. So let's add 1 zombie here, and then let's add another zombie here. Okay, so you know, I probably made some errors. Like I said, the problem with this thing is the rules, and some of this stuff is not clear. For the most part, it was, but it didn't say what to do with the D tiles, because you're supposed to, like, if you run out of trust on these, you flip over a card and you put a trust token where the card tells you to. But it doesn't say after the second objective to take this deck and put it back in with that deck. It wouldn't make no sense anyways, because, you know, from what I get, he has this place barricaded, and so they wouldn't appear. And it says that until all 3 objectives are done, they can't appear. So I don't know. This card is done, objective C. Then we get rid of that. Now the walkers and the survivors for this second part can go on there, but it doesn't say to put this in there with that. I don't get it. So if I played it right, I think we won. It kind of makes sense thematically. So here we go. This game is always... I have yet to play one scenario in this game where I don't have to look at the rules a couple more times, because they're just not that clear, and because on the objective scenario sheet there's some kind of vague thing and I have to come up and make a decision about some stuff. Having it to where morale, the players do not lose if morale is at 0. Okay? It doesn't say when objective C happens, the last objective, at that point you start counting morale. So you can theoretically just burn through morale on this one and it not hurt you, which is kind of weird, but I guess this is your, I guess if you go by the episode, they were at all-time low when they went to the CDC anyways. They were basically no morale, and they were fixing to give up and everything even when they got there. And so I guess that makes sense thematically. And then that Jenner guy wasn't even going to let him in, and then all of a sudden he lets him in at the last second. So there's that. So I guess I can see where that might make sense. However, this still is, but despite all its flaws, okay, and maybe despite me not being able to get some of the rules right or follow them because it's just the way that it is, this still is a fun game. You have to think about what you're going to do, and it's very much thematic like the show. So don't let that discourage you. If you have this game, or if you're thinking about getting this game, know that the rule book sucks. Okay, it stinks. It's terrible. The rules stink. Some of the scenarios aren't written that great, but if you can come up with plausible explanations and judgments that you can live with, then this is a fun game, and I would recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the TV show. So we survived. So we're done with season 1 of the TV series. Now, next up is going to be the Fort Benning scenarios, which never happened in the TV show. They never went to Fort Benning on the TV show. However, these are two kind of like expanded what ifs, or this did happen but we didn't air it type things. Because at the end of season 1 they left the CDC. They had talked about going to Fort Benning, and some of them wanted to instead of going to the CDC, but they chose the CDC. And then at the end of the episode, the place is going to blow up with a self-destruct type thing, and Jenner's going to lock them in there with him, and he's going to let them all die. And at last second, he has a change of heart and opens the door and lets those who want to leave out. A few decide to stay. I know that one black lady decided to stay, and I think somebody else was hurting or something. They decided to stay. So, and Jenner decided to stay. So they all died when the place blew up. But the rest of the group survived and got out of there. And then at season 2 starts, they're kind of like on the road looking for some place to go. So you can kind of imply that they may have gone to Fort Benning and it didn't turn out the way they wanted. I think that's what we're going to do for our for our little scenario. So we're gonna say that we headed to Fort Benning after Jenner kicked us out and blew the place up, and that and we're gonna see what happens there. So I hope to see you then. And then of course after we do the Fort Benning stuff, then we'll get to Season 2 of The Walking Dead, which will introduce new characters, new zombies, and all that kind of good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it, and until the next time, have fun.